What is your favorite aspect of permaculture?
I would say my favorite aspect is the positivity that it brings. And that is maybe, down to just I look outside and I see, happy animals and I get to interact with nature all the time, seeing all the hawks and birds. And there was a bear in a cherry tree recently, and that is an incredible thing. But I think um, for my day to day, it's the people and the people that are drawn together because we just care. And
Mhm.
so that's the thing that I didn't really expect to come out of learning about plants and about nature is the people care. And that's something that I didn't know that I necessarily needed, but I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah, for me, the so many favorites. I like when I walk around all over the place. When I walk around this farm, I constantly thinking about zones of use. So we're starting an intentional community here. There's Mary's tiny house, Zach and Emily's tiny house, and then we're in my home here in the work office. But as I walk across the farm to go see my friends every day, I think about these zones that I'm traveling, these zone one pathways, and how um, I don't know. I just like these designs just start like appearing in my head as I walk through this space, and I'm dreaming of the future where those spaces are just lush and filled with more foods that I can just eat on my walk every day to go see my buds. But
I guess I have to keep making you coffee every morning because that was your walk this morning, was to
it
come
was,
get your
yeah.
morning dose.
But but I guess beyond that, it's yeah, seeing such radical change happening just down the road from us, 10 minutes away, is a incredible project that's happening. That it was one of the co-founders is Dave Bainline, our permaculture teacher. He's working with a collective called the Rooted Northwest, and they are practicing regenerative agriculture on, I think it's 240 acres. Is that right?
Yeah, and that's in Arlington, Washington.
hmm And they are restoring this land using regenerative agricultural practices and developing an agri-village, so developing 35 homes on this site. And it's kind of a groundbreaking project in a lot of ways. They actually changed laws to make this happen. And this is one of a handful of projects that we're aware of and have learned from and have seen in action. And it's just incredible to witness so much good. That's why I got into permaculture, was it's like we see so much bad all the time, right? It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough out there. Um, so I can't live like that. And I'm not going to. I'm going to continue to go and see all of the good and go and be a part of that however I can, and go and experience projects like Beacon Food Forest in Seattle, this like radical idea of public food grown on public land that's open harvest for people in need. And then documenting that and sharing it with the world in using our virtual tours like that. That's why we got into this, is it's like we've seen how powerful this stuff can be, and we want to show people, we want to give people the ability to go travel to these sites just by clicking a button. And so that's where a lot of our passion comes
Mhm.
from. It's rooted in accessibility and giving people these experiences where they can see these profound sites that we've had the privilege of seeing.
Yeah, yeah. It's been 3 years of trying to figure out because it's all been self-funded. And
Mhm.
so it's been a grind to figure out how to still make this an accessible um, piece, education program, or however it might be utilized. And so we are still in that process and finally gaining traction on getting those tours into people's hands and um, helping people to find a new way to find that beauty in the world. Because, yeah, like you're saying, there is a lot of ugly, but it's up to each of us to try and immerse ourselves in the beauty that is out there. And that's, I sure, I might be living in my own little bubble, but I will do all that I can to find that beauty.
Yeah, and to add to what Mary was just saying too, we are forming a lot of partnerships right now with organizations and universities that see how powerful the
Mhm.
technology is that we're developing. And we're excited for the future of education. It is a really exciting space to be working because it's all about accessibility. It's all about reaching students of all different learning styles and giving everyone equal access to tour farms because it's the most inaccessible learning experience there is, hands down. Farmers just don't have time to give people a tour. We don't have time to take off of work and money to travel and to buy plane tickets. So that's what we're doing is we're creating something that can show people permaculture in action.